So, like Darth says, it's Murphy's Law. Seriously. As soon as I hit go live, the like volume bar disappeared. That has happened before where like even though I've just tested it, it'll just disappear and then I have to like completely shut down my computer and then restart it and then it will work. So, we're back. Hi. It's the 14th of April, Friday, and I know that I don't normally stream on Friday, but because I've been waiting a long time for this FMV to come out, I would really like to play it and just give it a try for a little bit. And it's called Murderous Muses. It's the latest from DeVecchi Studios, and it has one of my favorite FMV actresses, Aislinn D'eath in it, and we love her on this channel. She's from The Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker. I don't know if she's in Poe and Monroe, but what is the other one that she was in? Anyway, she's been in pretty much all of their releases. So, and we love her on the channel. I love her personally, and I just want to see her again. So we're gonna play that one after we're gonna chat for a bit. So now that we're here, and you can hear me, we're going to do that. So, yeah. Hope everybody's doing well here on this Friday. That not even we're 1 day removed from Friday the 13th, unfortunately, but we tried. Yeah. So sorry about the technical difficulties, and of course, it never fails, as well as having technical difficulties. As soon as I go to want to stream, my video card has to be like, oh, by the way, I need to download that driver, and it doesn't. I don't know why it doesn't just do it automatically. It like NVIDIA, why don't you just do it automatically? I maybe have to like try and look in the settings and just be like, just download it. Don't ask me to do it. Like, just fucking do it. Don't, and then if I see that notification, I can't just let it sit there. I need to have it done. Like I can't have the notification just like hang around. I have to do it. Just like any notification whatsoever on my phone, or I can't, gives me anxiety having any notification whatsoever just sitting there. I need to deal with that notification so that it is gone and dealt with. That's why it drives me nuts where people send me like frivolous messages. I'm like, don't send me frivolous messages because I'm going to have to deal with it right away. And, it's just, yeah. Anyway, so that's why it took until 7 o'clock for me to get to rolling. I also had to, as a result of the show that I played last night, which I'll talk about in a second, I woke up at 7 o'clock, even though I went to bed at 2, and got a migraine, of course, as a result of that, which is wonderful. And then I took my medication, and I was like, ooh, I got really super tired. Then I had to take a nap, and then I took a nap until like 6 o'clock, and I was like, oh shit. So anyway, my whole day has just been kind of fucky as a result. And then I had to take back the bass that I rented, which was a gorgeous, gorgeous bass. And then I had my eye on some basses when I was in there, and I'm like, I think I want to buy a bass. I don't have the money to buy it now, and I probably won't for the next while, but like a long while. But I was looking, and the guy's like, interested in buying a bass? I'm like, yep, but not right now, so go away. Like, do not help me. Please, just leave. Anyway, so I went to go return that, and this like the chromatic tuner that I rented as well, because I realized I don't have a tuner. I've just been relying on my ear to tune, which is not good. And like I've just been using a piano to tune. And yeah. So I returned that because that's what I've been using for the show to tune. And so I returned that, and yeah. God, traffic was just awful. I'm like, Jesus. I'm just like soaking it up, the fact that I have this car for like at least one more week, and Then I have to return to biking, which I'm not, I'm fine with. And that's another thing too. I'm like, now I have to go get my bike tuned up and dealt with because the bike has been sitting outside and it's pretty creaky and the bike's getting old. It's a 10-year-old bike now and it's getting up there. So, yeah. Yeah. It's not going well. Anyway. Soaking up the usage of the car while I still can. Anyway, let's say hello to who is in chat. I don't know if we're gonna have a small group tonight, which is fine. We'll have audience participation tonight. Trav's here. Welcome, Trav. Alder's here. Welcome. SoCal's here. Welcome, welcome. Dark Paths is here. Hello, hello. And I think that's it. Oh, we got John. John's just saying hello. Hi. Thanks for coming. Oh, and you got to step out. Then no problem, but thanks for coming. And Kels. Hey, Kels. Welcome. Yeah. And so the show was good last night. It just made me think too that like I don't ever practice my own songs as much as I should. Like I haven't actually practiced any of my own songs in years. So I'm like, I should probably do that. I should probably, make a set list of, and I had already asked, I think on my Patreon, I think last year, like what songs from my repertoire would you want to see in a live set? I think that was last year, maybe 2 years ago, and like start making like a set list of things that people would want to hear live, and then just start like kind of jamming those songs by myself. And which, what is not that unheard of. The woman who opened for Depeche Mode that I saw last week, who was amazing, by the way, and her name escapes me at this moment, but she was fucking awesome. One moment. I will tell you her, Kelly Lee Owens. Go check her out. Amazing electronic musician, electronic producer. So good. And the energy, very like Bjorky, but like very sexy. Like she just had like a very wild kind of like sexy energy. I was like, damn. At first I thought that she was David's daughter, but no. And I was like, oh, wait, is this my new favorite gone? Is like, wow, damn. But then I realized that it's not his daughter. And I was like, okay, no, David's still my favorite. But Kelly Lee, damn, she's amazing. And like just this wild, lovely beast. And her shows were so like frenetic, and like the visuals were great, and yeah, it was just incredible. If you have an opportunity to go see her perform, she's Welsh, I think, and I believe she's opening for Depeche Mode for the rest of the year, or for the rest of their tour, for the Memento Mori tour. If you have an opportunity just to see her by herself or opening for them, highly recommend. She was amazing. And I think I read that she collaborates with St. Vincent and Bjork and like other artists, and she's just got like, I don't know, I just really loved her vibe. Anyway, so it was just her and like her synths and just, and I'm like, I've seen other artists do that too, where it's just one performer and they will play, like Disclosure does that too. It's, just their synths, and they also have like drums as well. And the one brother will play bass as well. And I'm like, I kind of love that. It's like really pared down, but they also play instruments as well. And drums is like, I'm thinking like I could just be myself and play multiple instruments myself, as opposed to like having a band. Because I've said this time and time again that I'm finding band members at this age is really hard. It's difficult. It's a hard ask to ask people to rehearse my stuff and then rip them away from their families which could include like wives, husbands, partners, children, and then not pay them a lot, basically. And I feel bad for that. Like I can't pay you a lot, but I would feel less bad about paying myself nothing or paying myself little than picking. You know what I'm getting at? Like it's hard to. It's a hard ask for other people, but for myself, it's a lot easier to be like, So if I could develop like a one-woman show that's like super high quality and super interesting to watch, then I think that would be really great. The only thing is that I hate having to carry a show by myself. But she seemed to do it. Kelly Leowen seemed to do it really, really well. And she killed it. Like she was just like so interesting to watch. Like I didn't have any moment where I was like bored. There was like visuals, so there were things to look at. There were like the bass was it was the kind of bass that you could feel in your like viscera, like there were parts of the show that I was like, I think I'm gonna vomit. I love it. It's great. It's really fantastic. And I mean, even if it's like a tiny little shitty club or whatever, then I would be fine with that. But like if I had like a little projector and kind of cobble together something kind of interesting for people to obviously not at her level, because her level is like Depeche Mode level. She has a massive stage, but it was just 3 synths and just her. And if it had like 3 like V drums and then like a bass or like a guitar or something, well, obviously I would have to have a guitar for me, but it could totally work. I could totally make it work. And then like a loop station, or I don't know. What's the other artist? Georgia. Hold on. Georgia, UK. Yeah, she's also a one-woman band, and she's all like, she's great, and she plays drums and sings, and also has like her synths and everything like that. She and not boring at all. Sings, does the whole 9 yards. It's really interesting, like how she pulls it and ties it all together. But it's a lot of mental energy to expend for 45 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever. Most likely I would be opening for people like 15, 20 minutes of me just like doing my thing. It's a lot of mental energy to expend opening for people and like carrying a show by yourself. I would much rather play a show where I just don't talk and just play with, like I did last night, which was my ideal kind of show, where I just play and do my thing and not have to do anything. Not have to talk or not have to, lead a band or whatever. It's just, yeah, it would be lovely. But anyway, so last night was fun. I tried to remember and we were like Rita, the cellist, violinist / bass player / guitar player. She plays 1,000. All of them are multi-instrumentalists. I don't consider myself a multi-instrumentalist like they are, because they play like 5, 6, 7, 8 different instruments. All of them do. I was saying to her, like, I just have to remind myself to just have fun, and then it's less daunting. But sometimes it just like my perfectionism just gets the hold of me, and then like my face, you can see it on my face in the pictures. I'm just like look like I'm not having fun at all because I'm just so fucking serious. So it's like, and it, yeah, I'm like, oh god, just relax, fuck. But anyway, so I tried to as much as I possibly could. But especially the songs where there was a lot of guitar, I tried to like relax as much as possible. It was very difficult. There were a couple of because we only had 2 weeks. Actually, it was a week and 10 days of preparation for this show, where we had to learn. I mean, there were 17 songs altogether that we had to rehearse, and we only had a very, very limited amount of time, and multiple people also coming in. We had guest stars, guest people, guest singers, and musicians coming in as well. And it was stressful. It was like really stressful at times. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Like, this is insane. I've never done anything like this before, but it was the challenge that I really wanted to take on. A challenge I really wanted to take on. So we were given like a song book and the orchestral music in some cases. For me, I just was given the chords because I can't read music. So if they did give me the music, then I would just listen to the recording and then figure it out. And then like the thing is that I can read music. I just I can't sight read. So as quickly as they can look at it and then just like figure it out. I can't, my brain doesn't work like that. Anyway, so we're given the music, and sometimes I can like Frankenstein it together so that I can turn the pages in like a really short time. There's one song in particular where I had to Frankenstein multiple pages together on one page. And so the page is actually like a legal size. So it didn't actually fit on my music stand. So I'm like trying to turn the page, and I turned 3 pages all at the same time. So I was at the end of the song at the beginning of the song. So I freaked out in the middle. I was like, oh shit. So then trying to go back to the second page from the 4th page, and then lost my spot. So I had to go from memory at that point. But thankfully the song from the point that we were at was fairly repetitive because we were at the chorus. So I was like, oh my God. So I just have to play the chords that I remember. And then we had to go from that chorus part into a fairly technical like banjo part. Because I was doubling the banjo part at that point, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. So I had to find page 3. So I had to stop playing at that point to find that page because I couldn't. I'm not very good at finger picking. One of the other girls is very good at finger picking, and she's like, I don't know how you do flat picking. I can't do flat picking. I'm like, well, it's funny because I can't do finger picking. I've never tried it actually. I could probably like learn, but I'm much better. And I think that is like, I don't know. For me, it's just much easier for me to do it with a pick. She's like, wow, you're like much quicker at that. I'm like, that's just, for me, that's easy. But what you do, I can't do that. Nope. Couldn't even try. Well, I mean, I could, but I've never had to play music where that was a requirement, right? So it's just a matter of actually trying. And then anyway, so that was my first issue was page turning, and then turning too many pages. And then anyway, that happened multiple times with other people too. They're like, oh yeah, that happened to me too. So there was that. Then also starting completely the wrong key. That also happened to me a couple times. I was like, oh, Oh shit. That realizing it when I'm like, something doesn't sound right. Oh, it's me. Then realizing it also because I got distracted by something, because my brain does that often where I'm like, I'm thinking about something else, and then I realize that I'm supposed to start. Like, oh shit. And I was hoping that nobody caught that on camera, because like I'm pretty sure somebody was recording that song, because you know the number one rule of when you fucked up is that you never make it known to the audience that you fucked up. But in my mind, when it happened, I actually caught the keyboard player of Depeche Mode doing the exact same thing during Just Can't Get Enough. Something happens. He played like the wrong, and the camera actually like panned to him right when it happened, and he like raised his eye. He's like, oh, looked at David right when it happened, and I'm like, if it can happen to him, and he's been in their band for like 25 years, and I'm playing in like a small pub where there are literally 15 people here, I'm good. Okay. I'm good. It's fine. Like, we're good. You know, it can happen to anybody, and literally, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It just made me at that moment. I'm like, I'm fine. Everything's fine. And it just kills you when it happens in the moment. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake, Jesus, pay attention, Bowman. Yeah. And then there were like a couple of times where I'm like, wait, have we started, or what's happening? Oh yeah, though those are always good, because I think also that comes with and then it also kind of reminded me when I was in Kitty too, when we started workshopping actually playing or coming up with a show, and when we didn't have that set in stone yet. We had like these moments where we would play songs straight through, and we would insert when we would say certain things. That was all rehearsed. All of it was rehearsed. Like none of it was ever like ad-libbed. So even like the talking in between was all rehearsed, which I kind of loved, because every show more or less was like the same, and you can expect that. And I think a lot of bands do that, where it's almost exactly the same every night. Not always, but we didn't have a chance to like kind of fine tune those sorts of things. But then like, you know, what's up? Insert wherever you are. We are Wild Stallions, or whoever you are. What's up? All of that is rehearsed. It's never like spontaneous. You know, it becomes part of the show. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those little tweaks are something that you know, is never those kind of those little final touches. We didn't have any opportunity to do that with a week and 10 days, right? And I feel like that would have really like brought it to a new level, where we knew exactly what we were going to say between every single song, and like everything was really, really like tight and tweaked. Then it would have been really, really good. And I did that too with, and it's something that I've carried on with like most shows, even with Amphibious Assault shows and Grace Dynasty shows. All of this, the banter in between was like pretty much scripted. Like I would say the exact same things every single show, so that we knew more or less what would happen every show that we played. So it, you know, there were no surprises. And I know that doesn't sound like very spontaneous, but it was almost like a theater production in that, it was predictable for everybody on stage, and that we knew our cues and we knew, yeah. And it also was helpful for our drummer who was playing to a click, and he knew when he needed to, press play, basically. Yeah. Yeah, I personally, I like the theatrical nature of that, where it's very tight and tightly rehearsed, and it's almost like a theater production, and I think the audience appreciates that more. They can tell that it's tightly rehearsed and that it's very like a well-oiled machine at that point, because everybody knows what they're doing. It can start to come apart at the seams a little bit when you're watching it. You're like, okay, what's happening now? They don't really look like they know what they're doing. At least I can tell. Sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, we don't know what we're doing. But sometimes. But I mean, not to say that happened last night, but because we certainly knew what we were doing, but it was a little bit of a tight space that we were in. Not a little bit, actually, it was a very tight space that we're in. Like, we had two cellos, three, we had a massive piano, full drum set, bass, two guitars, like in a really, really, really tight space. So we had to navigate multiple guest singers. Like, it was really, really, really difficult to navigate, but I said that if we do this again, we should definitely have a bigger venue and a bigger stage, and just have a bigger production in general if we could. Because they would be, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what y'all have to say. SoCal says spiritual high five for the good show. Thank you very much. High five back. Kel says, I mean, Wumsgood is a one-person act. I don't think he plays live, though. I don't think he's ever played live. Rudy. Good old Rudy Ratzinger. Dark Path says, yeah, it's a big time constraint once you're out of your 20s, so it's tough to get solid band members in a project for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, because everybody's got jobs. Everybody's got, jobs, kids, families, all these other responsibilities. It's next to impossible. Like, I was fortunate enough to have a band that could rehearse with me in my 20s. But that was when I was in my 20s, and it was fucking amazing. I got to live that, like, in your 20s band life that I never got to really have before with the Grace Dynasty. That was amazing. And I miss them so much. That was such an amazing time. And I wish we could get the old band together. Have fun. I was saying to the ladies, I'm like, we should totally do a Clash song, because we covered a Clash song, the Grace Dynasty did, and it was so much fun. Oh my God. And it, like, anytime we played it, anytime we played it live, we always played it like near the end of our set when everybody was just like super wasted. And no matter where we played it, people loved. I mean, we played Rock the Casbah, obviously, and people would love it. Just absolutely just go ape shit for that song. And it's not my favorite Clash song by any means, but everybody knows that song. And they're all like, boom, 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 boom. It's just great. And that bass line, and my bass player, Michael, great bass player. he added like a bunch of other things to it. I mean, Paul's a great bass player, but like Michael was just, I was like really, really fortunate that he had agreed to join my band. He's like, do you mind if I not play what he plays? I'm like, I don't care. You can do whatever you want. He's like, great. So he's like, boom. He could do whatever he wanted, and it sounded, stop. Get the fuck out of here. He was really, really talented bass player. But anyway, it killed me that none of them knew who really were like, yeah, we could do the Clash. Sure. I'm like, you don't know what the Clash is, do you? Love it. Anyway, Kel says, I can't pay my cast a lot, but I still do, and I feed them. Good, as you should. Well, at least you're doing that. Dark Pez says, PowerPoint presentation now with synth. Yes. I would love that. Could you imagine a full, but like an old school PowerPoint presentation, like circa 2003, with you know, Clippy. Clippy is in the background, like running the show, and Clippy is, you know, showing images. And I was also thinking like maybe in the background I could show public domain movies or something, like Plan 9 from Outer Space, or I don't know if that's in the public domain. Might be, at least some version of it is. Especially with this album is very like kind of campy space stuff, so it could really work. Anyway, Trav says, wonder if there's young musicians that could be utilized. Maybe they'll work for less and be able to. That's possible too, yeah. Yeah. I always feel some kind of way about asking people to do that, even if they're young. Like I feel like I'm exploiting them. Like, so do you want to like come be in my band and I'm not going to pay you all that much? But I don't know. I suppose I could put like a notice in the music store and be like, hey, want to join my synth band? My space pop band, now that I'm calling myself. Yeah, could be. I mean, it's an option. I'm sure there would be some that would be like willing to do something like that, but it's possible. It's possible. So Kel says, I think it's tough when the other band members have no buy-in in terms of creative outlet. If they had to serve as kind of hired hands, they probably should get paid, honestly. Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying, is like, if I can't pay people to be part of the band, then there's no incentive. Why would they? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And yeah, I'm like, well, it makes total sense. So that's why I'm like, if I just do it as a one-woman band, it's way easier. Way easier in terms of cost. I mean, the mental load and whatnot is way more for me, but so I guess I'm just gonna have to take that on. It's way more interesting for it to be a band, especially with Amphibious Assault, but maybe I can have mannequins as my band members. That would be hilarious, because you guys would get that joke, but everybody else would not. Right? Could you imagine? It's just like these mannequins with like standing there with like a guitar, and like that would be funny. Come on. You guys would get that. Nobody else would understand how fucking weird that is, but I think that would be like Amphibious Assault would just be, but then all of our promo photos are me and these mannequins, and that's our band. Actually, that's a fucking great idea. But maybe it's just like the arms. It's just the arms and the hands. It's just like the hand on a guitar neck or the hand on like a guitar. That'd be great, actually. I love that idea. And then maybe the band members can have voices. I can do the voices for them, but they all can have personalities, and yeah, I can do like or even like an AI voice. Or why can't I just have AI band members? That's a thing. Like gorillas. Feel good. Boom, 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 boom. Feel good. Boom, 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 boom. Feel good. You know, for the longest time, I thought he was just saying, hoo, hoo. Hoo, hoo. Oh, that's funny. Alder says, so last night has scratched your live performing itch? Yeah, well, because I've been saying, as you know, I've been saying for a while that I need to, I need to perform these songs anyways live, particularly the new songs. And because I wanted to do that tour, the house tour that I was supposed to do. But then COVID happened, or COVID continued to happen and still is kind of hanging on by the tips of its fingers. Will not go away. How easy is it to make an AI generated band? Maybe I could just create a AI generated band in mid-century. I have mid-century. And then they will have their own personalities. Like there'll be a synth player. There'll be, I have my own personality, of course. And yeah. I don't know how we're going to recreate that live, how they're going to exist live, but any ideas? Dark Pass says challenges are what keeps us moving forward. It's good to step out of your comfort spaces sometimes. Yes, absolutely. And then also, seeing other musicians who are infinitely better at than you doing the same thing, like very obviously better musicians than you are. They're, when you can play 25 other instruments without even trying, I have no problem admitting that they're way better than me at all that stuff. It makes you want to be better and want to learn from them. So that's great. And it's also amazing to see like some of the people that were there last night are like legends in the theater community in Canada, I guess. And yeah, in theater and opera. So like really well respected people. So that's very cool. And I'm like, well, they like know me now. That's cool. So it's cool to see and be around that kind of talent. Hopefully I can soak up some of that, because I'm definitely not at that level. Dark Path says, yeah, I'm in the same boat, picker, not finger style. Like finger picking people are just insane. Like bing, ding, 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 ding. I'm just insane. Dark Path says, there are no wrong keys, only happy harmonies. Oh man, that it was really bad. I didn't like realize I was. Oh fuck! Like yeah, it's just shit. Yeah, really, really, really bad. Really bad. SoCal's better realize it's you when something sounds wrong than when it smells wrong. Yeah, there were a couple of times where I'm like, is it me? Is it me? And I always assume it's me because it's very rarely anybody else. I just feel like it's always me. And then I just like look at other people and I'm like, is it me? I don't know. Is it me? I'm just going to assume it's me. Yeah. Dark Pest says, yeah, I know what you mean. Corin's shows had a lot of scripted on stage banter. Oh, really? Interesting. SoCal says a lot of bands do that, especially now where everybody's running a backing track. Bands that don't do it are kind of the exception now, at least for mainstream stuff. I love a good improvised train wreck. God bless Daniel Johns. That's funny. Hot Crime, welcome. Wumpscut has never performed live, said he never will, sadly. Oh, okay. Yeah, that I knew that he had never played live, but never ever will perform live. Okay, wow. Alder says Fallon and the Grace Dynasty one-off reunion gag. Oh, I doubt that would ever happen, but it would be amazing. It would be so fun. But yeah, it would be really, really nice. I don't even know where half the members are. Well, I know where Catherine is. Catherine and I still talk. Nick, I don't even know if he's in Toronto anymore. Michael's still in Toronto. Rim is still in Toronto. Oh, no, he's not. He's in Hamilton. I don't know where though. But they all have kids now. They're all married and they have kids. With the exception of Catherine, of course. But, yeah, it's just wild. That was so long ago. That was long ago. Yeah. No. Anyway. Trav says, I hate to think I'm taking advantage of young musicians, but it was just a thought. Maybe pre-record people playing instruments to your songs and then edit it all together, sync it up, and have the screens of them playing behind you. But I want mannequins. Or I was also thinking like doing projections, having like projection mapping, like 3D projection mapping, or I don't know. I know a guy that does 3D projection mapping, and I don't know how I would incorporate that somehow, of making some sort of something or other where I could project an image of a person onto some sort of structure. That was something I proposed on my last grant application to see if they could get the government to pay for it. They didn't. They weren't too thrilled about that idea, but damn it. They won't fund my crazy ideas. God damn it. Give me taxpayer money to fund these crazy ideas. I'm like, I want to use AI technology to do, or like new technologies to make really great art. Fuck. Isn't that like part of your strategic plan or some shit? Anyway, Elusive Fox says, and welcome, have them be the most stereotypical band personalities, the most drummy drummer, most guitar-y guitarist. Oh yeah, 100%. I should write up all of their personalities, and yeah, I'll have Midjourney come up with how they're gonna look like, or what they're gonna look like. And it'll take me a while probably because I haven't actually done any prompts with Midjourney yet, but we'll come up with some, like a picture of what they're gonna look like. But yeah, we'll see. And then I'll come up with a band picture somehow. The first blend, no, it wouldn't be like the first, but a blend of real and AI band photo. SoCal says, I saw an internal prototype from a big company about AI generated composition. It's absolutely oh God, here we go. I should just leave this planet. There's nothing left for me to do. I have no skills, nothing to offer this world. AI generated. Well, maybe I could learn to program it, and then I have something to offer, I guess. Trav says you could have a whole universe and lore to your AI band. Hey, there we go. I could program all of that. Program the universe, the lore, and create like a whole, I don't know, RPG system where you could RPG my band members if you want. Hilarious. Elusive says you can argue about who's the lead band member. Love that. SoCal says, if you ever need the world's worst guitar player, bassist, or drummer, I'll tour with you. Thank you, SoCal. You can join me, the world's worst guitar player, bassist, and drummer. Drunk, welcome. Fallon, I still jam to you and Kitty. You rule. Thank you so much. I love C tuning. Same. I mean, I don't use it all the time. Actually, on the latest, like Simulacruma and on Borders of Distant Worlds, the most recent AA albums, I've been using C. The previous ones, I used D. And then Human Condition, I used standard. And D. Standard and D. I've been kind of all over the place. I feel like, yeah, I should probably experiment with something else. Pumpkin Queen, welcome. It's been a while. Greetings, my fellow deviants and ginger. How did you decide you guys liked C tuning? Oh, well, it was inspired by the Deftones, and then we just went to drop C instead. Because they were in C sharp, I believe, and then we C sharp? Yeah. And then we just went all the way down. Because once you, at the time, once you learned My Own Summer, you're like, oh, okay. All right. I like the way that this sounds. Yeah. Oh, guys, bless. Somebody last night, I was just standing at the bar and they're like, oh, I like your unicorn tattoo. Unicorn tattoo. Isn't it C sharp? Yeah, it's drop C sharp, dude. Well, whatever. Drop C, whatever. Drop C, I guess it's the same thing. But I was like, oh, thank you. I didn't know what to say. I was like, oh, that's nice. Thanks. But I love that everyone has to point at it and they're like, oh my God, I love your unicorn tattoo. But it doesn't look like a unicorn, does it? I don't see, well, maybe the ear looks like a unicorn. Like a thingy? I don't know. Hilarious. But anyway, that has happened to me multiple times. People think that it's either a unicorn or just like a horse. And yeah. 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 It's like, thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much. So anytime you see somebody with a Deftones tattoo, you have to call it the unicorn tattoo. Oh my God, I love your unicorn tattoo. It's so cool. At least the girl that I'm in the woman that I'm in the band with who's like, oh, what's that tattoo? I was like, oh, it's from the Deftones. She's like, oh, I've never heard of them. I'm like, they're a band. She's like, oh, a band tattoo. I'm like, yeah. But then somebody else was like, nice unicorn tattoo. I'm like, it's definitely not a unicorn, but okay, thank you. Maybe if you really flex, were you flexing it? No, I was just, well, maybe the way that I was leaning. So maybe, because I was kind of like this. So maybe. Excuse me, this is actually a pony. I should have said that. Just to make it very clear. Yeah. You love to play Johnny and Charlotte. Nice. Yeah, it's Charlotte is still my favorite song to play. Still can't believe that that's a song that we wrote as children. It's still so fun to play even at 40 years old, funnily enough. A drunk says, I'm talking to one of my guitar heroes. Your guitar hero. Thank you. That's so nice. Thanks for joining. And it's also funny. There's like I don't know who he is actually, but I feel like he's probably another one of these like legends in the theater community that I don't actually know him very well. Very nice guy. We're sitting chatting and he's like, so BC Rich, huh? You must be a metalhead. I'm like, you're a smart man. I'm like, yeah, that's my metal guitar. He's like, have you ever actually played a metal guitar? And I'm like, no, actually. And he's like, they are pretty amazing. The resonance on them are just incredible. I'm like, I didn't even know they actually made guitars out of metal. That's kind of awesome. Or was it the metal resonance, or did he say the sustain? But anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and he was talking shop with me, and like, I love gear people. Gear people are great. They're just great. He was like totally one of those people that can also play multiple instruments. He's like, yeah, the first time I learned this insert random instrument here. I'm like, what instrument was that? He's like, the instrument from person. And I'm like, wow. Oh, wow. So how many instruments can you play? He's like, well, I just started playing the saxophone and just picked that up. I'm like, wow. You just started learning that? And he's like, yeah, just recently. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just start learning to play? I mean, I started learning the violin. I've told you this story before. I started learning the violin because I wanted to play the theme from Rohan from Lord of the Rings. That was the only reason why. Which coincidentally is not actually played on a violin. It's played on a particular kind of violin, in fact. But it escapes me. What is the there's a particular type. It's played on it's called a Hardanger fiddle. Anyway, it's played on a fiddle. And anyway, I wanted to learn how to play the violin, even though it's played on a fiddle, so that I could learn how to play that song, which is, it's not an easy song to learn. And I brought it to my teacher and I'm like, I want to learn how to play this song. She's like, okay, well, you need to learn a little bit more in order to get to that point, but okay, sure. And I thought to myself, like, what is wrong with me? Why aren't I learning more instruments? What's stopping me from learning? I mean, aside from the cost, sure. I don't remember how much I was paying for lessons at the time. That was in 2002. And my teacher, I think her name is May, was amazing. When she was teaching me, like, how to, like, properly hold everything and, like, how to hold the bow properly and oh my God, she's, because I told her, I'm like, I play guitar, but she's like, okay, well, stringed instruments, from one stringed instrument to another, it should be fairly okay for you to move from one to another, but it's still, it's going to be difficult for you to transition. I'm like, okay. But what's wrong with me? Why can't I learn and why can't I move to a reed instrument? I used to play a reed instrument in middle school. Why can't I learn how to... He said the same. He's like, yeah, you've played reed instruments before. And I said, he's like, have you played brass instruments before? I'm like, yeah, I played trumpet and trombone. And he said, why don't you? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, you can be a multi-instrumentalist. You're just making up excuses to not be one. I'm like, oh God, okay. Well, I'll try. Yeah. I'm sure that if I picked up or like rented a clarinet, my muscle memory might come back. Because I do remember some rudimentary, like we learned, like, I don't remember the songs that we learned. Yeah. I may even, I may even have some of my like songbooks from that time. Maybe. Anyways. But, yeah, I'm like, he's right. I should pick up something else, or like a mandolin. I've never tried to learn a mandolin. That's interesting. Or other type of stringed instrument that's similar to a guitar. So that's kind of close to, or a ukulele. I've never tried that. Why can't I? Or even like piano. I've always wanted to learn, and I pretend that I can play it, but and I know where the keys are, and I know how to play some chords, and I can sort of cheat it, but not how some of these people can play. They can play like, I'm like, okay, we get it, okay, fuck. Anyway. SoCal says, should have bagged him for Borders immediately when he brought up the sax. I know. I actually do know multiple sax players and clarinet players too. Clarinet, I know now multiple cellists, multiple violinists. So now this is great because I know multiple people that play multiple instruments, that I can be like, hey, do you want to play on my album, instead of having using a plugin, because there is one song on Borders that I use a plugin for which has a synth part, a symphony part that I wrote, and I did talk to them already if they would be willing to actually play it for me, and they're like, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, fuck yeah, amazing. So that's good. So I actually get a cello and strings, like real people to play it. So excited. Dark Fest says, Googled those Hardanger fiddles. They're beautiful, very ornate and 8 strings too. Yeah, they're the sound on them is just when I first heard that, the theme, I was just I don't know, something about it just really is the most beautiful sound I've ever heard in my life. And I thought that was a violin, but it's actually not. It's just incredible sound. Ed Drunk says, I tried to learn American McGee Alice theme on violin. I couldn't do it. Wow, that's a game I haven't heard about in a long time. Violins isn't the answer. Har. Hey, Drunk. How long have we been going for? And why is my CPU working so hard? What is happening? Uh, 1 hour. Okay. Ed says, I saw you at Ozfest 2000 in San Bernardino. My first concert. Thank you for being a part of my life. You are most welcome. I mean, I didn't know that I was until now, but you're most welcome. Your first concert. Wow. That's crazy. That's a great first concert. My first concert was not nearly as cool as that. I didn't really get into going to like good concerts until much later. A year later. Like Deftones. Yeah. I need to go to more concerts this year. Because VMV Nation has a new album coming out in a week, and they still haven't announced their North American tour, which is strange. Usually they're doing more European touring than they are, because they haven't toured here since 2019. And I'm really hoping that they tour here. They put out a new single, and I haven't listened to it yet. Hoping that it's good. Anyway, my body is hurting today. Should we play this game? I don't know if it's going to be any good. Honestly, it could be a complete disaster. I've been putting up some old VODs that I forgot about, that I downloaded and I forgot about. And I put them up recently on my YouTube channel. I was like watching them, and I'm like, some of these games are really, some of them are really bad. Like the Dame Was Loaded. Remember that game that we played in December, I think it was? It's really bad. It was really not a good game. It's just, yeah. Some of those 90s FMVs, like, they really, really get me. Like, right here. And not in the heart. Like, they stab me in the heart. And that they're so not good. Or it's so not user friendly. They deliberately try and make you want to, like, stab somebody. Ed says, oh, sorry. Hot Crime says, my first concert was James Taylor. Second was Nine Inch Nails on Downward Spiral. Wow. Hey, that's a good second show. Ed says it was badass. Gobsmacked. Incubus. POD. Pantera. Yeah, it was a really good lineup in 2000. I was very, very fortunate. It feels like a fever dream that I was part of that. I will never be part of something cool again, I don't think. SoCal says, it really should have been called Gobsmacked. Fallon, quick question. Do you like magic? I do. Ed says, who do you like more, Korn or Deftones? Without question, Deftones. Alder says, was that the one like Tex Murphy? Yes. It was basically the carbon copy of Tex Murphy. Yes. Yeah. Just awful game. And then Twin Mirror will go up next week. That was another one that I forgot about that also, I don't know what happened with that game. I forgot about it. I also had a dream about Cyberpunk last night. I think that's what I was dreaming about, and I dreamt about Jackie Wells for some reason, and I can't remember exactly what we were dreaming of or what I was thinking about. It was probably something very inappropriate. Oh, love him. Love Jackie Wells. Love him a long time. There needs to be a world where he's romanceable, either gender. Why hasn't somebody made that a thing? And then how much more would it complicate the prologue if that were an option? Could you? Oh my God. Can we just rewrite the prologue for a second? Let's just do a full left turn here. Full left turn. In the prologue, talking about Cyberpunk 2077, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I feel sorry for you. Complicate the prologue in that you got so drunk in the prologue that you sleep with Jackie Wells, and then you wake up in his apartment and you're like, oh, Jesus. But then you have to continue working together. And then you have that whole montage where you're like working, and then, you get drunk and whatever. And then it makes it so much worse when what happens, right? I mean, it's still worse because he's your friend, but like it becomes even more. And then it becomes like a running thing throughout the entire game that he's like this love that you. Oh yeah, no. Oh, we totally gonna do that to Misty. Hell yeah. And then Misty. Oh my God. And then Misty can find out, and then you and her have like beef. So you can, yeah, she can either find out, or you can keep it a secret. You can tell her that like, oh, by the way, there may have been a thing. And then she can like bar you from coming to, and it could also fuck up things with Victor. She's like, you're not allowed to come in here anymore. You have to go. Because you know how you can enter into Victor's, the Ripper Doc clinic through her store, or you can go through the gate. You have to go through the gate because she doesn't let you in there anymore because she's like, you fucked my man. I'm rewriting this whole story. It's just so good. I hire me to write these soap opera side quests. Hello? Come on. That's some reality TV level goodness right there. Yes. Come on. Someone get behind me on this. Homewreckers, says SoCal. Trav says, in the future, I feel the consensus will be that it's all flesh anyways. You know, Trav, I've been saying that since the very beginning. I don't understand what the big deal is. In 2077, like, it should just be very free at that point, right? Monogamy? Hello? Like, what's that? Who's going to get married at that point? Like, who's going to... It doesn't make any sense. It's going to be similar to the way that in, like, Blade Runner 2049, how the... I forget the character's name. Ryan Gosling has, like, that thing that Ana de Armas, it's like an AI girlfriend, basically. Like, there's no... You know, I don't know. SoCal says, but isn't the good thing about Jackie is that he's loyal and honest and would never cheat on his girl? I see your point, but even loyal and honest makes mistakes. Make mistakes. And it's just dramatic as hell. And I mean, it could be a really interesting choice for the player. If you want to be like a renegade, if you want to play it like a renegade, which I would. If you want to put it in like kind of Mass Effect terms. But you would need to get your relationship up with Jackie enough that could be an option. Like, it wouldn't just be... You know what I'm saying? Like, you would need to get up to a certain relationship level in order for that option to come up. SoCal's gonna die on this hill. He's like, nope, we would never slip up like that. Trust. You're gonna die on that monogamy hill. Okay. I don't believe that it would exist in this world. That's one thing I think is one piece that I think is bullshit that they kind of built into that world that I was like, no. At that point, it won't matter. SoCal says Jackie's the crook with the heart of gold. I could break him. Trav says AI girlfriends will be a thing, and it probably is. Siri is the first step in the direction. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. You look like a good Joe. Absolutely. Yeah. I honestly, I think I talked about this with Kala, that it's like the one piece about that game that I'm like, they fucked up there. I mean, that's not to say that he couldn't be that kind of person, but like, I feel like they could have, certainly. Or even Takamura, they could have done something there. So, yeah. There needs to be way more scandal. Is what... More smut. And not with fucking Meredith. Like, really? Of all of the people that you could have been smutty with, like, Meredith? Who wants to fuck Meredith? Nobody wants to fuck Meredith. Everybody that's in chat right now, like, who are you talking about? Nobody wants to fuck Meredith. I'm sorry. No. Goro and Jackie. That's who, yeah. Goro and Jackie, or even Misty. That would be, okay, that would be dramatic too. That would be dramatic. Then if you and him you and Jackie are friends, and if you're playing, well, depending on which way Misty goes, say if she's straight, you're playing the male V, and you're like, boop, ba-doop, ba-doo, something happens, and then Jackie finds out, and then it becomes like super tense. And then what happens in the prologue happens, and then you're like, oh, dude, I'm sorry about banging your girl. That could be a thing. You know, it just needs more smut. They need more women writing this shit. We need more smut. Come on, more smut. There just needs to be more, more scandal. You know what I mean? And then that way there can be more, anytime they encounter you in the city, say if you're just driving around or whatever, they just see you, and then it immediately starts a fight. They see you and they're like, oh, there's that motherfucker again. And then it's like the fight music starts and you're like, oh no! Oh shit! Ah! You're trying to get away because you couldn't keep your dick in your pants or your legs closed. It's great. That's how you write. That's how you write good smut. Love it. So good. Hot Crime says, this is about Pokemon or Cyberpunk. It's about Cyberpunk. SoCal says, lol. And when you date Jackie, his mom goes, I'm happy he's dating you and not that loser Misty anymore. Yeah. Yeah, she really didn't like Misty, did she? And I mean, that could be a whole thing. Then you could have a whole scene with saying, like, by the way, I banged your son. And he gave me this necklace or something. And when you go through his stuff, sorry, it's spoiler alert if you haven't played the game, but when you go to the thing after, there could be a conversation about all of that thing that you do. Yeah. I could write cyberpunk fan fiction easily. Super smut. We could do SoCal, can you get your chat program, was it ChatGPT that you're getting them to, can you get them to write a entanglement between male or female V, Jackie Wells and Misty? This needs to happen. Come on. I just need to, just for my own edification, I need to know the smutty version of this timeline. SoCal says, I picked another voice for Siri, and oh my god, I love her now. And SoCal says, Takamura is on an eternal no-nut November. He is too honorable to give in to carnal pleasures. Why is that so true? Because I tried, man. I was trying to find like sexy things to say to him. I'm like, I just want to see if I can try and break him somehow, but it gives you no options to try and say anything sexy to him as a female V. And as a male V, I tried. I'm like, come on. I'm trying to whore at you, and you're like not whoring back. Damn it. So unfair. How could you go around looking like that and I can't whore at you? Damn it. So unfair. I'm positive that there is Takamura smut. There's got to be Takamura smut. I know that there, like, definitely, and I've talked about this before on stream. Twitter is awash with thirst traps of him for sure. People like drawing naked things of him. It's everywhere, and it came up on my. It came up on my timeline. Oh my god! I was like, oh wow. Oh my god! Insert Owen Wilson. Wow. Jesus. Okay. Good morning. Damn it. Yeah. People really have a lot of time on their hands. Yeah. That was not intentional, but you know. Hilarious. Yeah. Takamura smut. Get on that as well. Anyways, let's get on this game, shall we? Let's insert this game. Oh my god. My headphones just cut out. That's good. All right. I really think that somebody needs to write that smut. And I want to read it. I will dramatically read it on stream. And we need to get the voice actor, the Jackie Wells voice actor, to read it in his voice. Because that would make me die. Because he's got such a great voice. That actually makes me want to play Cyberpunk, just talking about it. I mean, even if I haven't actually played it in so long. AI is writing it right now, but it thinks Misty is interested in both Jackie and V. No! Damn it. Could you say that V is entangled with Jackie, but Jackie and Misty are together? I should write smut and make lots of money. Do people make a lot of money writing smutty really smutty stories? The Countess. Okay, let's do this. Say yes. Oh, wait, 1 second. Hold on.
I know you're worried because it's your first night on your own, but don't be. I don't think the gallery has ever been burgled. It's just that the reduction in the insurance covers more than your salary, so it makes sense to have a night watch. But everything is on a timer anyway. Even the doors lock automatically. I'd just read a book and keep your ears open. Have fun.
Okay. Mordecai Gray. What a name.
Welcome to Mernhaven's Unsolved Mysteries. Live.
Yay! I love this guy.
Of Mernhaven's most famous artist. Mordecai Gray, brutally murdered in his loft last year, on the night of All Hallows Eve. Gray had been painting 6 portraitures at the time. They were all suspects according to Justice Hoon, but Hoon was unable to convict any of them. Could there still be a killer on the loose?
My pen name would be Annalisa Schilder.
The lush burlesque dancer. Or Otto Pipistrel, our now famously cancelled ventriloquist. Or perhaps Lilith Rendell, the island's only undertaker. Gray was also painting Sunday Finch, our twinless tennis star. Xavier Hahn, the reclusive clockmaker. And finally, Vice Justice Catherine Myers. Perhaps Justice Hoon was covering up for his understudy. We have all the juicy details coming up, but before we discuss those murderous muses, let's delve into
Clemens
the mind
Curring
of
is
a
his name.
killer by retracing their footsteps.
Rupert
on the
Booth! Yay! I love Rupert Booth so much. Okay, just 1 second. I have to change over here to change the name of the stream. One moment, please. Oh. I love how my stream still says dating sims as tags. I don't know how to change that. It's done. Oh yeah, okay, here. I forgot to remove that. I don't know why it says English twice. Wow. Okay. This is some interesting graphics. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Gameplay, subtitles, sound. Video. Okay. A chair. What's this? Hey! Please can you open the crates and hang Gray's paintings for me? There should be 6 arriving each day. Please try to match them correctly with the plaques I've put up. When you're done, turn on the security monitor to start your shift. Thank you, Sasha. Hang paintings for Sasha.
Welcome to Gallery Argenta. I'm Jamie, your jovial art museum information educator. Push my buttons and see how I respond.
I say that sometimes. The loop. Okay. What's this? Xavier.
Perfectionist surgeon turned clockmaker Xavier Hahn is Merlehaven's most in-demand artisan. He took a small hiatus when his mother died last year, and more recently after divorcing his wife Caroline. But his reclusiveness and rare output has made him more in demand than ever.
Sunday and Monday?
Sunday and Monday, Merlehaven's most remarkable twins, were already well known as the miracle test tube daughters of geneticists Goddard and Constance Finch. But they found fame in their own right on the tennis court, quickly becoming the world's youngest and most memorable doubles champions.
Tennis players? Why does this remind me of, like, Vampire the Masquerade, kind of? Like,
Professor Catherine Myers.
like, that one, mansion that you go to.
Haven's current Vice Justice, serving under Justice Hoon, and is directly responsible for maintaining criminal laws and rehabilitating offenders. She's also the mastermind behind Merlehaven Manor, the island's only penitentiary, allowing offenders to rehabilitate closer to home instead of being sent overseas.
Gonk, 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 gonk.
Better known as her alter ego, Miss Moonstruck, talented dancer Dominique Serrant regularly performs her bewitching blend of ballet and burlesque at the Moonstruck Lounge. At one time set for stardom on the West End stage, Dominique's path took an unexpected turn due to a tragic death in the family, but London's loss soon became Merlehaven's gain.
This was the, I was going to audition for this game, but, I couldn't. Because, I guess because of the union or something, because I was going to audition for this part, the talking girl.
As the last remaining funeral director on the island, Lilith Rendell ferries Merlehaven souls to their final destination. Angel to the bereaved, she comforts those left behind, whilst pioneering carbon-neutral cremations and burials using compostable coffins.
Yeah, okay. Otto!
Otto and Pip are Merlehaven's most famous comedy duo, having secured Best Comedic Performance for 3 years running at the prestigious Golden Auk Awards. Pip also has his own solo career, which includes a best-selling children's book and a cartoon series based on the Pip is Hip universe.
Okay. What about this bell? The Liberty Bell? Savior's Bell. I'm interested in these boxes that are just placed in really weird spots. Okay. Oops. My mouse sensitivity is maybe a little too high for this game. Millhaven Mines.
During an excavation of the henge in 2011, a hive of secret passageways and rooms was found running all the way to the Aurora Woods and beyond. This giant crystal ball is one of the few artifacts recovered during the dig, and due to the ban on all paraphernalia of divination, is now safely homed at Gallery Argenta. Don't try to see anything in it. That would be illegal.
Oh, that's good to know. The docks. Can I go through here? I'm just trying to explore. Dark Pass is saying this is Myst vibes. I've actually never played Myst. I feel like I would hate that game. I might hate this too. Who knows? Okay, another box. Is this just boxes for people to sit on to look at the paintings? Oh. So I guess I can. Lots of puzzles and Myst, kind of maddening. Oh no! Oh! Okay. The Hearseman. The doorway.
This was the last painting from Gray's dream period, and the last piece he worked on before the 6 portraits that preceded his death. Doorways are said to represent passages and the transition from one life to the next. Notably, Gray was recorded saying that he'd passed through a gateway through which he could not return.
Oh, that's ominous.
Saviour's bell was originally sounded to warn islanders of trouble at sea, but its ringing soon became synonymous with drownings instead. Gray's painting depicts Saviour's bell in action at Merlehaven docks, but it was dismantled in 1975 when it was acquired by Gallery Argenta. Despite its removal, some say they can still hear its doleful chimes on stormy nights.
Oh, this was, yeah, that was the, I remember that was the audition piece that they wanted you to say. I remember.
Gray's painting of the Aurora Woods is often compared to Edvard Munch's The Scream for the curvature they share. But Merlehaven residents have noticed another pattern. For them, the Aurora Woods is sister to the undulating hills, and they do share physical borders.
All right. Okay, so there was a painting that was leaning here. Open the crates. Okay. So that's what they are. Press I to open the inventory. Standing on the road that circles the island. Okay. Oh. Oh, I didn't look over here. The lighthouse.
Merlehaven's picture postcard lighthouse was built soon after sailors arrived on the island and was tended by lighthouse keeper Leon Knowles for an incredible 53 years. After Leon's retirement in 2010, the lighthouse stopped
Nice
working,
tuna.
and any attempts to fix it have been in vain. Mordecai Gray appeared to have a strange fascination with the building. And it
Dark
appears
Pest
that
says we're gonna
several
need
of
pen
his
and paper for this one? You might be correct, sir. So this one is which? A solitary figure standing on the road that circles the island. Is it this one maybe? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. That's a guess. I'm assuming it's not going to tell you. A headstone adorned with a skull. Okay. Maybe not a good idea to open them all at once, but... I'm just gonna... A person standing next to a blue station wagon without a head. That's terrifying. Is that it? Is it only those? Oh. Staff room key. Oh, good. Okay, I got the key. Did I miss any? All right, let's see if we can... So we've got the future. The future is the only one in here, right? Okay. Oh, the Baconian. Baconian? Okay, so you've got the Baconian, Marie's Farm, Henge, Butterfly Park, Chalk Cellars, Merlehaven Mines, The Last Auk, Auk Fair, The Loop. Oh man, this is gonna be hard. Any in here? I think these are all spoken for, right? Merlehaven Chapel. Maybe this one? Maybe? This is dark, but the future, death. Oops. Anything in here? Oh. Scrying. Was Contradiction done by Devecchi Studios? Because it seems to be... No. No, it wasn't. Never mind. I was... Just, never mind. Never mind. Okay, what? Damn it! Oh, wait, 1 second. Burial grounds might be this, not this one. Maybe. I don't know. Might be too obvious. Okay, and the last one is the merry-go-round. What is the merry-go-round with it? Spattered with silhouettes. Maybe it's called the loop. How do I know if it's correct?
Wake up. Wake up. Oh, wake up.
Painting of a key. What the fuck? What the hell? Oh no. Oh no. 2 eyes. Okay, I need help. I need help. I'm stuck in a room with a puzzle. No! Don't know why it helps me, but I'm taking off my glasses. Okay, so what happened? I put... Oh, it's telling me to... don't exactly know what I'm doing here. So it's giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. Oh. I did not notice that the door was open. Okay. What the hell? The Eye of Mordecai, an undulating marble that seems powerful. Okay. Oh, I guess maybe not. Just gonna try it in every hole and see what happens. Can it go in here? Okay, if I drag it, what about if I go here? Nope. Oh, maybe I need to do something with the key. Over here? What the hell is happening? Do I get the Eye of Mordecai back, or...
Yes.
I don't know what I just did. I was just clicking things, honestly. That made no sense to me. Okay, so I took the Eye of Mordecai and... Oh, okay, now there's a key. Now there's a key of Mordecai. A key that gives a slight hum when you listen to it. All right. The monitor reveals rooms, but this one in reception appears to be the gateway between here and there. I must be careful not to activate it before I'm ready to leave. Wow. Okay. Okay. I must be careful not to activate it before I'm ready. Not to activate what? Oh, I'm definitely going to activate whatever it is. Fucking Mordecai. This doesn't make sense to me. I must be careful not to activate what? The monitor? But this one in reception appears to be the gateway between here and there. So what happens? Oh. Oh, shit. Now there's more. Okay, what is happening? So I shouldn't click on that now, or... Now I have all of those paintings. And I have that staff room key now. Should I use it? Oh, what the hell? What the heck is this now? Oh, are these all of the, keeping track of my progress with regards to the person? Lilith?
Lilith Rendell ate up everyone and everything that got in her way. If you knew her real secret, you'd be as good as dead. But on the bright side, she'd handle everything for you.
Okay, then. It's behind this door. Whoa. Dethrone. God, this is like never ending. Purification. These like really big iPhones. Higgins. Tips hotline. Whoa.
You've called the Tips hotline. This is a premium rate service. To reveal one of the innocent suspects,
No!
please hang up, insert payment, and redial. Our tips aren't available on the internet. Have a nice day.
No, I don't want tips. Okay. That's interesting. So let's close that for now. Oh, what's this? Dear friend, if you found this and the worst has already happened, Mordecai's killer has buried me here. I must have been close to catching them. Don't let them get you. Higgins. Oh, shit. Well, that's ominous. What's behind here?
You see them too, don't you?
What the fuck? Who dare? Oh, I forgot this painting. Oh, shit.
From what I can tell, the catacombs under the henge served as a safe place for the witches of Merlehaven for years. The excavation in 2011 was paid for by the Argenta family. I suppose they'd moved their stuff out by then.
Can I not scry with this or whatever? Okay. So we can't, oh, I guess we have to use this thing? Because the room has changed now.
It was a cold and frosty morning on the 31st of October when Gray received a solitary telephone call that police traced back to a public phone box in the theater district. The call lasted for 44 seconds and appeared to be from one of Gray's portrait subjects. During the forensic sweep of his loft that night, police found a note in Gray's handwriting that read, "Unhappy. Destroyed portrait. Meet at lockup. 4 p.m. Why do they think the killer made the call? Because it gave them the opportunity to enter Mordecai's loft when they knew he would be absent, concealing themselves, waiting for their prey to return.
Okay. Yes, Trav, that is Poe from Poe Monroe. Clemens Curring. He's great. I love that actor. Okay, now I think the FMVs will start. Let's talk to Dominique. Can we talk to Dominique or no? Or no? Oh.
No.
What? I'm just clicking buttons, fuck. Jesus. No.
Oh, no.
There's no other option.
No.
Oh, but it is different every time.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. They do say it is trial and error, so call murder gallery theater murder family criminal Mordecai home negligent Otto Professor Myers Sunday Xavier. I'm just clicking buttons. Job. Call. Did I click? Yeah, I clicked that. Clicked gallery. Did I click theater? You know, I didn't really pay attention to what he said. I will pay attention now. Oh, something about a call. Is there anything about a phone call? Criminal, family, theater. I think I did all of them already, though. Disagreement. Yeah, call. Is there like an order that I have to do? Like Mordecai, home, call? Wait, let me see. There might be an order that I activate them in.
It was a cold and frosty morning on the 31st of October when Gray received a solitary telephone call that police traced back to a public phone box in the
call
theater district.
Oh, call
the
theater.
Call lasted for 44 seconds.
Call theater.
Appeared to be from one of Gray's portrait subjects.
Call theater.
During the forensic sweep of his loft that night, police found a note in Gray's handwriting that read, "Unhappy. Destroyed portrait.
Portrait.
Meet at lockup. 4 p.m." Why do they think the killer made the call? Because it gave them the opportunity to enter Mordecai's loft when they knew he would be absent, concealing themselves, waiting for their prey to return.
There's the pen and paper. I told you, yeah, it is definitely going to happen. So, it might be Mordecai, call, theater. And is there portrait? Or it could be that he got Mordecai got a call at his home from the theater district from one of his portrait artists. Oh, is portrait artist not an option? Guess not. Oh. Oh, I didn't even notice that that's exhibition one. Call family. Okay, wait. Is there another one of those? So there's call, theater, gallery. Or there's theater, Mordecai, call. I like theater, Mordecai, call. Let's try that one. Theater, Mordecai. Do I have to do Xavier? Theater, Mordecai, call? Oops! Oh shit, sorry. Oh. Wait a tick. Oh, wait a second. I don't have Xavier. I don't have his portrait. Do I have Lilith? Call theater gallery. His is the one that makes the most sense, right? Xavier's? Then what's this?
Oh no.
Oh no. SoCal says I'm embarrassed to report I ordered pizza from that one place again. How many weeks is that now? I mean, I've literally been eating the same thing for the past 3 days. Get stuck on the same. Get stuck on the same thing, and that's all you want to eat. Like I ate like probably 1,000 calories in one sitting. It was like eggs and like an eggy omelet. That's all I wanted. Sorry, a cheesy omelet is what I meant to say. With like ciabatta bun. So many calories, but so good. The post-show calories. And I had a cookie as my sugar. Oh! Oh! Look at that. Do you see that? I found an eye. Oh my god. I was just looking at the ground and I realized that there's an eye on the ground. Did you see that? Did I drop that? I didn't even... Hold on. Is it supposed to be here? Wait a second. All of... Okay. I just noticed that that was on the ground. That kills me. Whatever. Okay. Did I drop that? I'm lost. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do next. SoCal, it wasn't, no. It was cooked thoroughly. Wasn't goopy and mushy at all. I don't like, as you know, wasn't, I don't like the goopy mushy, as you know. In fact, it was pretty chewy. Most people would find that really gross, but,
No. Oh, no.
Oh, no. I'm failing at this so badly. I don't know what I'm... I'm just putting up paintings, and I'm not sure why it's like defaulting to the ones that it's defaulting to. It did say, what did it say on that, that letter? That it's just trial and error, right? But without eyes, you cannot see. So that is my eye. Okay. So there really isn't any rhyme or reason to which one. Okay. So let's put Xavier calling from the theater. So Xavier to Mordecai. Can we put multiple of him? I don't know.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I don't know what I'm doing. Theater, Mordecai, call. Deveki, thank you so much for the follow. I love your games. Although I am failing at it currently. Please do not judge me. Usually not a dumbass. correct. I only have one eye currently. I found one in front of Sunday. And I don't, but I'm not sure if I dropped one. So yeah, you're correct. And I don't have a key to open this door. Hold on, that's a good question. Let me just backtrack here and see if maybe I dropped. TK, thank you so much for the SoCal, thank you so much for gifted subs. But you are correct. Let me see if maybe... Whoa, I'm having some serious lag. But yeah, okay, let's listen to Poe. I'm not sure which one's Poe and which one's... I think he's Monroe.
It was a cold and frosty morning on the 31st of October when Gray received a solitary telephone
He gets a phone call
that police traced back to a
that somebody called him
in the theater district.
From the theater.
The call lasted for 44 seconds and
it has to be Xavier.
Gray's portrait subjects. During the forensic sweep of his loft that night, police found a note in Gray's handwriting.
Okay, yes.
Unhappy. Destroyed portrait.
Unhappy, destroyed portrait.
Meet at lockup.
Lockup.
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Why do they think the killer made the call? Because it gave them the opportunity to enter Mordecai's loft when they knew he would be absent, concealing themselves, waiting for their prey to return.
Okay. And yes, please join the Discord. People that are now part of the fam, join the Discord and don't forget to pick a role so that you can take part in the festivities. The only thing that makes sense is Xavier. Right? The phone call coming from the theater district calling Mordecai. Or is that too much of a... And Lilith is the only one that has call, theater, and gallery in her name. What happens if we, like... Sunday on Murder. And then Professor Myers on Home, which is over here. Oh, I don't have Professor Myers. Oh. And then Professor Myers on Home. Otto on Negligent. And then Dominique on family.
My mum left when I was 9.
Something's happening!
My dad died last year. Black lung. So it's just me. Oh, and Adam, my fiancé. He teaches English.
Wait, play that
My
again?
mum left when I was 9, and my dad died last year. Black lung. So it's just me. Oh, and Adam, my fiancé. He teaches English.
Okay.
Nancy was the best actor in the troupe. During a performance of The Umbrella Man, she slipped into a giant grandfather clock and disappeared forever. Literally, there was a false door and all that. But she was never seen again. Some people say she's still in that clock. What a thing to be famous for.
Here's my girl. Ah!
Normally, I go to Marigold's in the morning to pick up flowers, then call customers to remind them it's their relative's funeral. You would not believe the amount of murders that forget. If I get stuck in the theatre district, I just call from the phone there.
Wait, what? I wasn't paying attention. I was blinded by her beauty.
Normally, I go to Marigold's in the morning to pick up flowers, then call customers to remind them it's their relative's funeral. You would not believe the amount of murders that forget. If I get stuck in the theatre district, I just call from the phone there.
Oh, really? Get stuck in the theater district. Do we do a lot of phone calls from there, do we now? Bit quite suspicious. Ms. Lilith. All right, let's talk to these two.
Father said it looked like he'd been poisoned. Who could do such a thing? Mother found him in the garden. We weren't even allowed to see him. No. But we share Orlando between us now, don't we? And he really is the most spoiled cat.
Wait, what? Are we talking about a cat?
Father said it looked like
Somebody
he'd
poisoned
been
a cat?
poisoned. Who could do such a thing? Mother found him in the garden. We weren't even allowed to see him. No. But we share Orlando between us now, don't we? And he really is the most spoiled cat.
Okay, home.
If my parents had used gift bags instead of wrapping paper, they'd still be alive. I don't really celebrate Christmas anymore.
Okay. Who is that?
I don't want to kill the mood or anything, but my manager says if this portrait makes me look stupid, she's going to sue. You know, Daphne, she's hardcore. Doesn't want anything to, affect my fame.
Your fame. Okay. Oh, okay. So I was right.
Oh no.
Oh no. So I got the first one right. But now what? I have... Okay, so I've taken care of that. So has anything changed? What is this here? Oh, something's changed here.
From what I can tell, the catacombs under the henge served as a safe place for the witches of Merlehaven for years. The excavation in 2011 was paid for by the Argenta family. I suppose they'd moved their stuff out by then.
Alrighty then. Alrighty then. So, very interested in Lilith based on what she said, because I think she's definitely a suspect. But now what do I do? Ah! Oh, so I can take them back now? Oh, wow, okay. Did I get everybody? So now, 2 is home. Okay, let's do Mordecai. Then Sunday is criminal. Then 2 is Professor Myers is fans. Fans is over here. And who's got murder next? Lilith. No. Nobody's got murder next. What does she have next? Theater? Where did theater go? We got job twice. No theater. We got job twice. That's a problem. Well, okay, whatever. Otto? Disagreement? Any disagreement somewhere? There's disagreement. Oops. And then finally, Dominique, who is home. Take me home. All right. Let's see what more.
Am I talking to you through Mordecai's memories? Or am I just a figment of your imagination?
Am I talking to you through Mordecai's memories? That's a really good question. I don't know. Oh, and look at this. These the eyes of Mordecai. Ah! Oh. Oh. So in order for me to have activated it, I needed to pick up the eyeball. I didn't realize that until I hit my mouse by accident.
There are a lot of journalists wanting to see what goes on at the manor. We've become famous. I'm arranging several open days. Perhaps you could come, Maudie, to say a few words?
Hey, Dingus, welcome. Say that again?
There are a lot of journalists wanting to see what goes on at the manor. We've become famous. I'm arranging several open days. Perhaps you could come, Maudie, to say a few words?
Oh. So maybe we are in his head. Because she's speaking to Mordecai in this example. That's interesting. Okay.
So, Marcy's wanting me sober, and generally I need a drink, you know, for my nerves. It was 6 drinks. No alcohol, no show. So they kicked us out. They didn't kick us out.
Hey, Fallon, thanks for playing. Just checking in.
Doing them a favour.
I'm liking it so far. It's a cool game.
Have a whiskey.
I always like your games, though, so. Oh, I totally missed that. What was he saying?
So, Marcy's wanting me sober, and generally I need a drink, you know, for my nerves. It was 6 drinks. No alcohol, no show. So they kicked us out. They didn't kick us out. I was just doing them a favour. Sure you were. Another whiskey.
Okay, so he's a bit of a drunk. A little bit of a lush, maybe. Doesn't look like a killer. Okay, family is still activated. Did we talk to...
I have a side hustle in a company that creates lab-grown meat. Cows and vegans are equally destroying the planet, in my opinion. What I'm doing is different.
One of the eyeballs disappeared. What does that mean?
I live near the docks. It's a 2-bedroom flat with a damp problem, but it's only 5 minutes from work, so it didn't make much sense to sell it after Dad died. Adam asked me to move in with him, but I wasn't really ready. Maybe after we get to Paris.
Mm-hmm. Paris, huh?
Cloning was illegal. That's why they kept us a secret for so long. By the time they went public, it was too late to do anything about it. Most people were too curious to care anyway, though. The scientific community in particular. Father said they actually got a lot of admiration for daring to break the rules.
Wait, what? They're clones? They're not actually twins? Say what? Alright, let's collect them. Even though she's supposed to be family, not job, right? That's incorrect. Sorry, theater and not job. Blood is supposed to be theater. And we got job. Or does it matter? I don't know. I'm not sure if it matters, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. I'm not sure if that'll cause a problem and not... Maybe if theater returns, let's see if we can trigger it, and then we can maybe murder disagreement, call, we got murder twice again. Negligent, imagination, family, fans, criminal. Mordecai. Wait, do we have murder twice too? Yeah, we do have murder twice. Fans, gallery, job. Okay. Let's do gallery for Dominique. Where is she? And what is Xavier? Call. He's here. Murder for Sunday. Murder for Sunday, and then Professor Myers is job. And then Professor Myers is job, and Otto is family. And then Lilith is gallery. And we don't seem to have theater again. So we can't trigger that, and I hope it isn't going to fuck it up. Let's see.
I think my favourite piece is Majesty. The giant fish that fell out of the sky and killed our oppressive leader. What's not to love? Oh, sorry. Should have said one of your paintings, shouldn't I?
Yeah, so we are either in Mordecai, like, we're being talked to, interviewed by, maybe we were interviewing like potential painting subjects. And we've got 3 eyeballs. How many eyeballs on this one? 4 eyeballs. 3 eyeballs, 4 eyeballs. So let's see if one disappears when I... Yeah,
I
one...
worked briefly for the
One
Crown
disappeared.
Prosecution Service in London. I thought it would be my dream job. But financial crimes were always given the strongest sentences, whilst crimes of the flesh were barely noticed. I still remember Miss Darcy's dream defense.
Miss Darcy's dream defense. But why would Mordecai be talking to this professor? Who is she again?
They're divorced. Don't know where my dad is. Screwing his way across the planet, I should imagine. Like father, like son.
Okay. Rude.
I'm excited by the thought of my portrait hanging in the gallery. Who knows? It could be worth millions one day. I was on the cover of our West End musical, so I must have a pretty face.
Okay.
I've got matinee tickets to an Inspector course on Halloween. You're not a theatre lover then, Mordecai? You could play Inspector Ghoul quite easily. All the questions, and yet nobody knows who you really are. I can get you an extra ticket if you like.
Father said it looked like he'd been poisoned. Who could do such a thing? Mother found him in the garden.
Wait,
we weren't
what?
even allowed to see him. No. But we share Orlando between us now, don't we? And he really is the most spoiled cat.
We already heard that one, though. What the hell? And we still have 4 eyeballs. Oh, right, because it says murder twice. And theater and gallery, for some reason, is not triggering. Huh. That's strange. Now, what is this? Call family home murder job criminal. And what is this? Have we figured that out yet?
No.
No. And now...
I called a few fans, yeah.
You didn't call Mordecai Gray?
I lost his number a long time ago.
How long were the calls?
Not long. Usually a minute or so. They usually just want me to say something using his voice, you know.
Did you call Gray?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I dialed 666 666. That's it, isn't it?
That's actually quite close.
Huh? Oh, Devecki's saying hit spacebar during video playback for a surprise. Oh, God. Okay, wait.
Father said
Ah!
it looked like he'd been poisoned.
Oh, that
such a
is so much better.
Mother found him in
Thank
the
you.
garden. We weren't even allowed to see him. No. But we share Orlando between us now, don't we? And he really is the most spoiled cat.
So what's interesting about the fact that they are clones is that they can be in 2 places in one time. So there's that. As much as at this point Lilith is looking fairly you know.
I called a few fans, yeah.
You didn't call Mordecai Gray?
I lost his number a long time ago.
How long were the calls?
Not long. Usually a minute or so. They usually just want me to say something using his voice, you know.
Did you call Gray?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I dialed 666 666. That's it, isn't it?
That's actually quite close.
All right. Let's see what Dominique has to say.
What were you doing in the theatre district on the morning of the 31st of October?
I had to pick some things up from Adams.
So, Mr. Taylor can vouch for you?
No, he wasn't there. He just left them outside.
Did you use the payphone?
Yes, but only to call a cab. My battery was dead.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. And you?
I was in a council meeting all morning. Ask the triumvirate.
Did you break to use the payphone?
No. And you should know this already. But the council building is miles away from the theatre district.
Sorry, Professor.
Hey, that voice sounds familiar. Hold on 1 second. I need to hear that again.
I was in a council meeting all morning. Ask the triumvirate.
Did you break to use the payphone?
No.
No, it's not.
And you should know this already. But the council building is miles away from the theatre district.
Sorry, Professor.
Where's Rupert Booth? We need more Rupert Booth. I demand Rupert Booth.
Is it you in this photo?
Yes.
It sounds like him, but
It was taken the morning of Halloween. Who were you calling from the payphone?
A colleague of my parents.
Why didn't you use the phone at home?
I didn't want them to recognise the number. I thought they might not answer.
Why not?
It's a private matter. Can we just leave it at that?
All right, Xavier.
I was going to make a call, but I
Yay,
didn't have any money on me.
Rupert!
We have an eyewitness who claims they saw you with the phone to your head.
Yes, that's what I do. I picked up the phone, started dialing, and then realized I didn't have any money.
Who were you going to call?
An old friend.
Oh, so you did use the phone. Wait, say that again?
I was going to make a call, but I didn't have any money on me.
Okay.
We have an eyewitness who claims they saw you with the phone to your head.
Yes, that's what I do. I picked up the phone, started dialing, and then realized I didn't have any money.
Who were you going to call?
An old friend.
Okay. So just to be clear, we do not have... Oh, nice. Sweet. So we can trigger theater now.
You know, I pass that building every day, but I've never been in. Shameful, innit? I should be supporting local businesses, but all those dead tourists. Do you think it will affect turnout?
That's creepy. You're a bit creepy, Lilith. Okay, let's see if it'll change to gallery anywhere. Oh! Dang it. Do we not have gallery anywhere? I need gallery. No! I need gallery to trigger it. No, I need gallery. Help. Maybe can we re-trigger?
You know, I pass that building every day, but I've never been in. Shameful, innit? I should be supporting local businesses, but all those dead tourists. Do you think it will affect turnout?
Oh no, it's not moving on. Nah. Shoot. What do I do? I need to talk to her. Interrogate her. 2, 4.
We still live at home, but it's better now than it was.
Oh.
We were studied a lot growing up. Our parents' colleagues used to stay over at the house to observe us. That all stopped when we turned 18, thank God. Now that we're older, we're less remarkable.
Oh, that actually wasn't one of the options for them, was it? It wasn't. Oh, I don't necessarily have to follow the... Oh, okay. But every time I use it, I lose an eye. Can I just try something or no? No. Okay. I thought I'd try it. What happens if I do this?
Ugh, New York was the worst. We were mobbed. They went crazy to see us. Monday hated it. Merlehaven's much better for her. People here leave us alone. It's just the tourists you have to watch out for.
So now we only have 2 eyeballs. Uh-huh. Okay. What happens if I put her here?
The Kincaids? Well, they were buying up plots from Merlers and selling them on for extortionate fees. Demand outstripped supply, so they started murdering people off, forging papers to burial grounds. It's cremation or bust if you're a new resident nowadays. There's just no space.
Oh, I only have one eyeball left. God damn it, I need gallery. Okay, maybe I shouldn't use... I'll just use somebody else.
It's the only thing we fight about. We're supposed to be saving up for Paris, but Adam says I spend too much. He's probably right. I spent a fortune last week on a new corset. It's gorgeous, though. Champagne satin with a feather trim.
Yay! Gallery!
I think my favourite piece is Majesty. The giant fish that fell out of the sky and killed our oppressive leader.
Wait a second! I thought I had already seen this.
Oh.
Oh, I should have said
sorry.
one of yours, right?
Should have said one of your paintings, shouldn't I?
Because I've already done that. How come it didn't trigger it? That's so strange. Okay, well, here we go.
I sometimes use that phone if I'm running late with a funeral, but there was no funeral. We're shut on Halloween.
Did you use the payphone to call anyone?
No. I was pouring myself into a Halloween costume most of the morning.
Okay. So... Deveki says, it's almost 3 a.m., so we're heading off. But you're doing great. The keywords that spin around aren't random. You'll find a hint. You'll find a hint for it nearby. Have fun and thanks for playing. So, well, thank you very much for the hint and thanks for stopping by. Please keep making FMVs because it's pretty much all I play. And you're only the only developers that still make them. So please don't stop. Yeah. Okay, so the keywords that spin around aren't random. You'll find a hint for it nearby. Okay, exhibition. Is it the exhibition? These? Uh-huh. You mean these plaques? Okay. All right. I still don't understand what this is, which I'm assuming that comes later.
No.
No. Awesome. Thank you. Oh my God. Right, because a disagreement, because I activated that with what's her face, Dominique, and then I went to gallery. So that does make sense. But now that I've gotten everybody's statements, now what? And when am I going to go to night 2? Oh, police interview. Oh! I don't want to go to night 2, not yet. Ah! Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that.
Nancy was the best actor in the troupe. During a performance of The Umbrella Man, she slipped into a giant grandfather clock and disappeared forever. Literally, there was a false door and all that. She was never seen again. Some people say she's still in that clock. What a thing to be famous for.
Okay.
Nancy was the best
Sorry.
actor in the troupe.
Didn't mean to.
I've got matinee tickets to an Inspector Calls on Halloween. You're not a theatre lover then, Mordecai? You could play Inspector Ghoul quite easily. All the questions, and yet nobody knows who you really are. I can get you an extra ticket if you like. I was going to make a call, but I didn't have any money on me.
We have an eyewitness who claims they saw you with the phone to your head.
Yes, that's what I do. I picked up the phone, started dialing, and then realized I didn't have any money.
Who were you going to call?
An old friend.
Uh-huh. Old friend, huh? Huh? Oh, wait, not night 2. I don't want to go to night. Okay, so I feel like we've made fairly good progress on this. And we've... Excuse me. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, then I can put the paintings on in any order to get, you know, different scenes and see what happens next, basically. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I think I'm gonna stop there actually, so that we'll do night 2 another time. But I'm so glad that this game is out, because I've been waiting for it for a while since the release date got pushed a couple of times. So I'm glad that it's out. That's so awesome. Please make more FMVs, people. Like our Vampire the Masquerade FMV that we're going to make one day. And it's going to be amazing. That's going to take place half in Berlin and half in Louisiana. Anyways, let me see if I can... This is autosave or... Yeah, I think it does. But anyways, let's go over to chat. Oops. I think it autosaves. I hope it does. All of that progress just down the drain. Be amazing. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm tired. I had like a 3-hour nap. That was a sleep though. It wasn't even a nap at that point. It was a sleep. Anyways, if you are watching and you don't already follow me, please go ahead, hit the follow button, turn on notifications so you know when I go live next. I stream normally on Thursdays at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. 2 ways you can support the channel. You can subscribe, which will give you emotes, badges, cool points. It also will enable you to have access to our listening parties as well as movie nights on my Discord. So certainly join up in the Discord if you have not already. It is open. Join up in the Discord, pick a role so that you can join up there. But if you are subbed, then you can join some of the sub-only channels there. You could also join my Patreon, which supports my music, but also indirectly the channel as well. So hope you have a good weekend, whatever you decide to do, and we will see you. We will be streaming next Thursday. Yep, streaming next Thursday for our regular chatty. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little fun game, little puzzle game. It's been a while since I've like done any kind of thinking puzzling game, so that's kind of cool and exciting and fun. Hope you enjoyed it. And we, like I said, we'll be back for regular scheduled normalness for next week. So I hope you have a good weekend, like I said already, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.